Well, we are with Jonathan Little from Little Labs. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again. Congratulations for everything.
I've been doing it a long time.
Can you tell us more about all the equipment that you have here?
Sure. This is most of what I designed and I've been manufacturing. And this is my 25th year at Namm, showing off here. One of my design philosophies is to have the minimum amount of active circuitry in the signal path. And as I'm showing right here on the bottom here is our very popular Monotor headphone amp, which uses a single active stage to drive your headphones. In doing so, you have much more intelligibility on things, and you can hear things like reverb tails, like breaths. For editing things, you can hear just the little tiny little details that get lost in pretty much every other headphone amp I know of. The reason it's called a Monotor has all these mono functions. And you can go stereo reverse, stereo, mono left plus right in both ears, mono left in both ears, mono right in both ears, or mono left minus right, which takes the signal and subtracts it from itself so you only hear what's out of phase.
My friend, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Another one of our very popular products is the VOG, which is available in a 500 series or a standalone unit that we call the iVOG.
Bach is the voice of God.
Voice of God.
Voice of
yeah,
God.
And it was originally designed for voiceover work, but it quickly became popular with people on kick drums, toms, bass, everything in the bass world, bottom end world. What it does is sweeps a super high Q, meaning super narrow resonant peak that you can sweep between 20 and 200 hertz. And as you increase the resonant peak, everything below it is wiped out at 24 dB per octave. So it's basically a resonant high-pass filter. What makes it so unique is it does it with minimum circuitry, so it has an extremely musical quality to it. I knew eventually it would get popular with the hip-hop guys because it can really accentuate the bottom end, but at the same time, the way it works, by increasing the low end you want, by wiping out everything below it, you're not blowing out woofers.
Yeah.
So it gets punchy without bottoming out.
That's great. And yeah, I saw that there's a plugin too.
Yeah, right? Universal Audio has a licensed plugin of this going back to, the late 90s, the IBP, in between phase. It's for when sometimes you use polarity to select between 0 and 180 degrees. Sometimes you want something in between phase.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the IBP. Also available as a UAD plugin. It just simply allows you to sweep the phase between 0 and 180 degrees. So, for instance, if you have a direct bass and a mic bass cabinet, it allows you to dial it in so they're punchy and right on top of each other. But you can also use it so you can subtract from things and use it for all those purposes.
I have that plugin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay, good. Then we have our direct boxes. The RedEye 3D is our most economical DI, but it also has a reamp device built into it. So it can simultaneously reamp and be used as a direct. And basically, the way it works is you use it's like you can insert your DAW into the signal path. Okay. And why that's better is you basically can listen to your guitar through your whole signal path, from your guitar into your mic pre, into your DAW, back into this and out to the amp. So when you listen to it, when it plays back, it will sound identical to what you put down. Because so many people complain when they reamp, they go, yeah, I reamp, but it always sounds different when I reamp.
Yes.
I can demonstrate to them that it will sound identical. So much so that I can I can subtract the reamp signal from it that it would cancel, so they know it's exactly the same.
It's amazing.
And so what I wanted to add though on the Pepper DI is you're able to insert pro equipment into your guitar setup. So you're a guitar player and you want to use an 1176, or you want to use a Pultec, or any piece of pro gear, you can plug it into it. You have a pro send and a pro return. You can actually select it with a pedal. Turns any pro gear into a pedal. You also have an insert for a pedal board, so you can bring in the dry signal to combine it with your effects. And where that's really effective, especially if you're a bass player, so often on pedals, your bass starts to muck up with phase shifts and stuff, but then you can dial in enough of the dry signal that you get the pluck of the strings, and so you still get the definition you want. And then the PCP, one of my oldest products, is used by Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, Mike Campbell from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. It's our Cadillac guitar splitter, full of transformer isolated outputs. You can split out to multiple amps. You can bring stuff back off of tape and play along with a track you've already recorded. You can play along through it in its amp. And then when you have multiple amps too, any ground issues, hums and stuff immediately eliminates that from the transformer. Galvanic isolation is what they call it. Then going up to the compressor here, I wanted to design a compressor that didn't use any of the gain reduction elements that anybody else uses. It uses what's called a 4-quadrant analog multiplier as a gain reduction unit. And it uses for an output the same single driver used on the Monotor headphone amp. So you're only going through 2 active devices in this compressor, and it has the least amount of compression artifacts distortion of any compressor out there. So if you're looking for compression and don't want color added, this is your go-to. And it was designed for vocals in that it's set up for vocals, and I wanted to make it really simple. So there's just threshold and makeup gain. That's it. And like most of my products, most products have unbalanced the signal at the input, either with a transformer or some kind of electronic device, and then rebalance the signal with either a transformer or unbalanced device. All my gear goes imbalanced and comes out balanced and is never unbalanced internally. By doing that, you can use it single-ended stereo or mono balance.
Oh, they are beautiful. Thank you. Amazing.